Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. We have a couple of confident teams coming into today's game. Both walked off the field with victories last time out. It's the Giants going up against the Redskins. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. And on the ground they go with a running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensive starters time, Charles, for the Washington Redskins.
Let's look at Josh Dotson, the wide receiver out of TCU. Grew up in Fort Worth. His mom works at the university as a vice president. He actually went to Wyoming first, transferred back to TCU. And, boy, is he a high flyer. Throw it up in the air, he'll go up and get it.
Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now a handoff as they run left side. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. On 2nd down, here's Hankenberg. He'll rifle this one deep, and this is caught inside the 5. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Uh-oh, Charles, now you get to talk about your old spot, the secondary. Very key here in this one.
You have to cut me off because, you know, I'll talk about them all game long. Love to see those guys match up and challenge the best wide receivers.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. It's their quarterback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Now Brenza will boom it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And quickly the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
Landon Collins is built like your typical tackle-first safety, but he does have the ability to play the deep part of the field.
So 2nd and 10 here.
I got 11. He's mine.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves his sticks.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now Brenza will boom it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd down following the run. Hackenberg on 2nd down. And a quick throw here that's complete. 11 yards for number 11.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. From the Hackenberg. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Fresh set of downs here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So let me make sure I have this right. He's already found the end zone once, and now he's ripped off a big chunk of yardage here on this one. His confidence is awfully high. So now I've got to put myself in the shoes of the defensive coordinator. Do I go ahead and sell out to try and stop him and force him to do something different? Or do I risk him having a big monster day against my defense?
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They come out here in the eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. They'll throw now with Hackenberg. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On third down, Hackenberg. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Luke Kuechly with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 39. And Brenz's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. And the wideout in motion. They'll look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he coughed it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover for his squad.
He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They come up in an offset eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll set up to throw. His throw incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it's 3rd down.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. 1, 9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Jordan Reed has it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Here we go. Ohio. Let's go, baby. Get up. Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Put it up, baby. Let's go. Ohio.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. It's brought in by Dodson. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the seemingly endless drive continues. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Fighting through. And New York set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Final play of the half, Hackenberg. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
Detroit!
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Throwing, Hackenberg. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And counting the defense here, the Redskins have 6 defensive backs out there. Hackenberg looks to throw it, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Here's Brad Wing now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Back to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A first down throw for Hackenberg. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll run it here. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
Third down, still 14 yards left. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun now on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And that brings up fourth down. So now on fourth down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. This one from 48 yards away. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get the 3, but you know what's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And he's brought down after a good gain. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. To throw, Hackenberg. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And some room to roam now. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now Brenza will boom it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. So out now come the Redskins. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding time. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Washington. 61 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is caught in the end zone. It's Dotson for the Redskins touchdown. Josh Doctson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looks pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. play action. It's Hackenberg. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
2nd down following the run.
All right, now, look at 56.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Hackenberg. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That was a nice completion on an out route. And those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Shift together here from the D-line. Little motion now from the tight end. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And Brenz's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here we go. Red 38.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Olivier Vernon in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They're going to look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout. By the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll set up a throw, and this is going to be incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. Well, not the position they want to be in. Still a very, very small chance here, but they almost need a miracle.
Agreed. That means they've got to get it to the sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. Back to throw again. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to the left, it's complete to Dyson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
And his throw here's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job, way to knock it down.
Halfback sent in motion. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
They'll look to throw again. He's got time in the pocket. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part one of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Giants, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.